Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to go over the part 2 of the DIY jumbo egg series for Easter. This is a fun series to turn these jumbo eggs into something decorative and something beautiful for in your home, and also for on a budget. So what you want to do is get yourself some jumbo eggs. I got mine from Oriental Trading Company. They were 14 inches and they were $42.95, so they end up being about $7 an egg. These are a nice size egg at 14 inches. You can also find a 12-inch egg at the Dollar Tree for $5. So the first style that I'm going to take you through is a golden forge volcano egg. So this was actually something that you saw in the last video where I told you sometimes you can make a mistake and turn that into something special and something different. And so what I started off doing was decoupaging napkins onto this egg. And what I had done is, because it was so thick, it became very textured and a little bit see-through, and so I wasn't pleased with the result. So I went ahead and painted the entire thing white. And so now I have this very interesting textured egg to work with. So first thing is first, I started off with a gold spray paint. Now this actually gave an appearance, when the entire thing was spray painted, of somewhat of a golden wrapped chocolate egg, which is also an interesting look. And I layered that up with some of this silver looking glass paint just to give it a really metallic edge to it. If you want, you can stop here after you have the entire thing painted, and then you have something that looks like a piece of candy. But I went ahead and wanted to do a little bit more, and this was done using Dawn dish liquid or any dish liquid that you have. You cover the entire thing in different patterns, that you would like to, but I started at the top and let that kind of run down over the egg. And surprisingly enough, what you can do after you've covered as much as you'd like is you can spray this then with spray paint. The best type of paint is something matte because it's going to dry the fastest, so I used a black matte paint. And you want something that's going to dry quickly because you have to rinse that soap off with that paint rather quickly. So within a minute or so, you want to be running that underwater. This I have out in the sun as I'm spray painting it, and then you can see it's relatively dry. So I'm going to go ahead and take that to the sink and rinse it off. And now you're going to see something really interesting happen where all of that Dawn dish liquid soap was at. Surprisingly enough, when you run that underwater, all of that rinses off, as long as you were able to do it fast enough. There are going to be some areas that show through with some of the black paint, but unfortunately I had a little bit of a delay in getting that rinsed off, so it shouldn't be an issue for you. The other thing you want to make sure you don't do is rub the egg. So when you're rinsing it, because you could rinse off some of that black that you placed down, because it was only shortly dried. So I did this after about a minute, and so if you wait and you rub you could rub that off and not have those sharp edges, and it might not be as nice for you. But this is how it turned out, and I think it looks really interesting and very cool, and it turns out to be a very unique decor piece. And who would have thought that it started with a jumbo plastic egg, and now it looks like something very unique for your home. And also, who would have thought that this was something we created from what we previously thought was a mistake. So the next egg is a white floral egg. I did this using coffee filters, and then I had one of the jumbo eggs. I just put a thin layer of acrylic white paint over it just in case there was anything showing through. From the filters, it would be a little bit clearer. You cut them in half after you flatten them in half, like in a moon shape, and you cut them in half, and then you gather them and glue them in place all over the egg. So this is interesting because it's a little bit time consuming, but it turns out to give you a bit of a carnation appearance over the entire egg. This takes approximately 2 packs of coffee filters, so around 500 coffee filters. The packs I got were 250 a piece, so it does take a little bit of time and patience. I think this took me 2 evenings, as I was sitting there to glue all these into place, and I also used hot glue to do that in the most efficient way. And this is how this beautiful textured egg turns out. Styling this with some florals really makes this a beautiful piece for your home. And again, something really unexpected that started with a plastic egg. Now the last egg is a nice pink egg with some beautiful gold accents that's done with this thick pink acrylic paint, as well as a gold foil leaf kit. Now when I covered this egg with the paint, I purposefully did this with a lot of texture to it. So I placed it on there very thickly and have those ridges in place just to make it have that texture and take away the appearance of it being a plastic egg. After it's dry, then I use this gold foil kit and place the glue on and just kind of like this random and sporadic pattern to apply this gold foil to the egg and really give it that beautiful appearance to make it pop. Now after I have my gold foil leaf applied to the egg, I went ahead and added this beautiful gold butterfly to the top of the egg as well with hot glue. This is from the Christmas collection left over from Hobby Lobby, but you can get them in any craft store, something very similar as well. And this is how that egg turns out. Again, I think it looks beautiful styled next to some fresh roses or any type of pink decor in your home, especially for Easter. So I hope that you enjoyed these videos on the DIY eggs. I'm curious, now that you've seen part 1 and part 2, which one was your favorite out of both of the series? I would love to hear. If you want to leave me a comment below and let me know, and I'd be interested to see if you try one of these styles out at home. Send me a picture on my Instagram. Happy Easter, everyone. See you next time.